Is inflation affecting your property value? Let's find out. So welcome back to our channel. I'm Adam D with KW Realty. Today I want to give you some insight on inflation, how that affects the real estate market, how it's going to affect your property value, whether you already own or you're thinking of buying. So if now is a good time to buy a house or not really depends on how long do you plan on owning the house. If you plan on owning it for a while, yes, of course it's a great time because over the years, real estate always increases in value, particularly in an inflationary period. If this inflation continues, the value of the real estate or the house will continue to increase. And even if it doesn't, real estate tends to do very well, even in a recession, based off of most historical trends. Whether you should hold on to your current home or sell and cash out probably depends on what you're doing next. For example, are you selling to move up to a larger house? Are you selling to move down to a lower price property? My recommendation is always going to be to do what fits for you in personal life or your family first, right? If you need to move for a job change, then move, of course. But what makes sense for most people right now is if you're selling a larger home to move down to a smaller home, you're taking advantage of the current market, right? You're going to sell high and then even move into a lower price property so you can save some of that cash. Inflation doesn't always lead to a crash or a housing crash. It's probably going to lead to some type of market correction, and you've probably seen that already if you pay attention to the stock market or the bond market. There is a correction going on right now, but we haven't seen that yet in real estate. And historically, a lot of times there has been corrections to one market, but not another. So for example, it's entirely possible there could be a stock market crash, but not a real estate crash. As great as it is that we've seen increases in property values, one of the things that we're seeing most people really feel the effects of inflation right now is the cost of everything else. So keep in mind, even though the value of your home has gone up, if you're shopping for a home right now, things such as property insurance, your utility bills, your maintenance or labor for repairs. One of the things that are very common right now is we've seen condo fees increase in just about every condo building, and that's just natural to happen during inflation time. So there are small adjustments throughout the real estate market that you're seeing that are just because wages have gone up, utilities have gone up, etc., that's going to increase that monthly housing payment. Of course, we can never predict the future and things may change, and often in a time like this, it could change very rapidly without a whole lot of foresight, right? But there's not a whole lot of answers. I know there's a lot of questions out there, and that's what we're here for. We will continue to do weekly and monthly updates and try and be as ahead of this, if there is some type of adjustment, as possible. So to wrap things up, inflation has many good and bad effects on home buyers, homeowners, and sellers. And we're going to be here to do our best to keep you posted as things may or may not change in the market. Hit the button below to subscribe and/or click the link to see more about our current market. I'm Adam D with KW Realty and the Local Connect. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you again soon.